Using email. In this video, you will learn all about email accounts on the internet, how to set up an email account, as well as how to open, read, and send emails safely. You can use popular free email providers such as Gmail, Outlook, which used to be called Hotmail, and Yahoo to set up an email account. You can then use email to keep in touch with friends and family, apply for jobs, do online shopping, and much more. Having an email account will also let you access other services on the internet, such as Facebook or Skype. What is email? Email stands for electronic mail. It works a lot like normal letters or mail, but it's online. It allows you to send messages and photos to people instantly and for free using the internet. In this video, we'll meet Salma. Salma has recently moved and wants to keep in touch with friends that she doesn't see very often. Salma talks to her friend Mariam, who tells her she uses email to keep in contact with her own friends and family. What is email used for? As well as keeping in touch with friends and family, you can use your email account to do loads of useful things. You can apply for jobs, get receipts when you shop online, or updates from your favourite websites. What is an email provider? An email provider is an internet service that lets you create an account to send, receive, and store emails. Three of the largest email providers are Gmail, Yahoo, and Outlook. You can go to one of their websites to create an account for free. If you have your own computer, tablet, or smartphone, you can set that up to send and receive emails too. You can also access your emails from any computer connected to the internet. Do this by going to the website of your email provider. The first part of an email is the unique username. This is something that you can choose for yourself. Mariam has chosen to use her first name and her second name, but you can use whatever you like, as long as it's not something that's already been used by someone else. Like Mariam, you should only use small letters to avoid confusion. The next part is the @ symbol, pronounced at. This makes it clear that this is an email address rather than a web address or name. The last part of an email address is the name of the email provider, followed by something like .com, .co.uk, or .org. This part of your email address is like putting your street name and area on your postal address. It simply tells people which email provider they are sending the message to. Creating an email account. Salma has decided to set up an email account. There are lots of email providers to choose from. Three of the biggest are Google, Yahoo, and Outlook. Salma's friend Mariam uses Yahoo, so Salma decides to do this too. To create an email account, you need to go to the email provider's website. Because Salma has chosen to use Yahoo, she goes to login.yahoo.com, but you can choose any email provider you like. On the email provider's website, there will be a Create New Account or Sign Up button. Salma is on Yahoo's website and selects Create New Account to get started. The next thing Salma does is fill out a form to register for an email account. The form will ask her a few personal details like her name and phone number. The first thing Salma needs to do on the sign-up form is enter her name and choose an email address. Again, your email address can be anything you like as long as someone else hasn't used it before. When choosing your email address, think about who will see it and what it says about you. Salma chooses salma.s141 for her email. So her full email address is salma.s141@yahoo.com. Salma has chosen a sensible email address. She knows that she'll be using her email account to send messages to her workmates as well as friends and family. As well as an email address, Salma will have to create a password so that she can use it to access her account in the future. Salma needs to make sure her password is safe and secure. This means that she'll need to choose something that is easy to remember but isn't easy for other people to guess. Is my password secure? A secure password should be a mixture of letters and numbers. Some email providers may ask you to make your password more than 8 characters long. Salma has a dog called Blue. It's 7 years old. She's confident she'll remember something like that, so she chooses Blue Pooch 7 as her password. Again, you can choose whatever you like. Before Salma can finish creating her account, she's asked to agree to the terms and conditions of the email service. They want to make sure you are going to use the email service correctly. You should look at the terms and conditions before you sign up for an email account. If you don't agree with what they say, you might want to try using a different email provider. Sending and receiving email. Now Salma has an email account. She wants to learn how to write an email. She decides to send an email to Mariam to check that her account works. First, she needs to select the Compose button. Some email providers call this New or just show an icon, which is a small picture that looks like a piece of paper and pen. The button is usually found in the same place at the top left-hand corner of the screen. When Salma clicks Compose, a new box will open for her to write a message into. When she's writing her message, the 3 most important boxes Salma will see are 1. The To box, 2. The Subject box, and 3. Your Message box. The To box is where you'll write the email address of the person you're sending the message to. Salma will need to type her friend's email address in this space. The Subject box is where you'll need to type what the email is about. The person you send the email to will see the subject of the email before they open it. This will help them decide if they want to read the email. And lastly, your Message box, which is the big box underneath where it says Subject. This is where you type your whole message. You should set it out like you're writing a letter so that it's clear and easy to read. Your inbox is the first screen you'll see when you log in. This is where you'll be able to see all the emails that you receive. The first email in your inbox will usually be a welcome message from your email provider. If Salma writes an email but decides she's not ready to send it yet, she can save it as a draft and send it later. Most email providers automatically save a copy of your email in your drafts folder until you send it. You can find your drafts folder by clicking on the words drafts on the left-hand side of your email screen. Any messages you write will stay in your drafts folder until you've sent them. When you've sent your email, it will move from your drafts folder to your sent folder. You can get to your sent folder by clicking the word sent on the left-hand side of your email screen. In your sent folder, you have a copy of each email you have sent. What shall I do with this email? When you've read an email, you can decide to do a few things. You might choose to reply to the email. You can star the email to read it later. This is like bookmarking a page in a book. You can also choose to delete the email. Replying to an email. At the bottom of the message, there are 3 options that you can choose: reply, reply all, and forward. If you want to reply to just the person who sent it, you can choose reply. Sometimes you'll get an email that has been sent to more than one person. If you want to send a reply to everyone, you can select reply all. If you want to send a message you've received to someone else, you could choose the forward option. Sending and receiving attachments. Adding an attachment. Salma has heard that she can send pictures and other files to her friends using her email account. Salma decides to send a picture to Mariam of her dog Blue. Salma clicks the paperclip symbol at the bottom of the message box to add a photo. When she has clicked the paperclip symbol, Salma's file directory appears. This file directory is simply the place on your computer where all your photos and documents and other files are stored. Salma has a picture of Blue saved in the Pictures folder in her file directory. She selects a picture and clicks Open. Great! Salma has added an attachment to her email. Receiving an attachment. Looking at her messages, Salma notices the paperclip symbol. This lets her know there's an attachment with the first message in the list. Once Salma has opened the email, she'll see a small version of the attachment at the bottom of the message. She'll need to select it to view a larger version. Stay safe using email. Salma's got to grips with how to send and receive emails. Now she needs to find out about how to keep safe when using her new email account. When Salma is signing into her account, there are a few ways to make sure that she's using email safely. Salma needs to make sure her password is safe and secure. She'll need to choose something that is easy for her to remember, but isn't easy for other people to guess. Salma may have the option to stay signed in. It's best to untick this box on a shared computer, for example in a library. If she stays signed in, the next person to use the computer could see her messages. Email providers may ask you to create a security question. If Salma forgets her password, she can get her emails by answering her security question. Like a password, it should be easy to remember, but difficult to guess. Spam messages. You can get spam messages from all sorts of people. They might say it's from your bank or building society, but that doesn't mean that it is. If you're in any doubt who a message is from, it's best not to open it. Your email provider will recognise most spam messages and put them into your spam or junk folder. It's a good idea to delete spam messages if they appear in your inbox. A spam message will usually be easy to spot. It will be from an email address you don't recognise and might have a subject that doesn't make sense. These links can damage your computer or let someone else see your information. Mailing lists. Sometimes you might receive emails that aren't spam, but you still don't want. This can sometimes happen when you register on a website with your email address and the company adds you to a mailing list to tell you about special offers or new products. You can stop receiving these emails by choosing to leave the mailing list. To do this, open the message and scroll down to the bottom where it says unsubscribe. Select this option to leave the mailing list. Deleting messages. You can delete any messages you don't want, either before you open them or after you've read them. You can select unread messages without opening them by ticking the box next to them. When you've done this, you need to click the delete icon. You can also delete a message as soon as you have read it. The option to do this may say delete or be an icon of a trash can. This is a good thing to do with spam messages. The trash folder. When you've deleted a message, it will go to a deleted messages folder, usually called trash or bin. Your deleted message will usually stay in the bin for 30 days before it's deleted for good. This is so that you can get the message back from the folder if you deleted it by accident. You can clear all your deleted messages from your bin folder by emptying it. Salma is using Yahoo, so she can press the bin icon to delete her messages forever without going into the folder. Links and attachments. Sometimes you might get messages that ask you to click on a link or open an attachment. An attachment is a file that has been sent with an email message. Be careful. Some links might be harmful, so it's important to be able to recognise which ones to avoid. A link will usually start with either HTTP or HTTPS. The S stands for secure. Any website address that starts with HTTPS is usually okay to visit. Sometimes a link might take you to a different website to the one it says it's going to. If you're using a desktop computer or laptop, you can check which website a link is really taking you to by moving the cursor over the link without clicking it to see the website's address. The website address will show in the bottom left of the page. If you're new to email, it's best not to open any emails from anyone you don't know until you get used to how email works. As long as you're sensible and aware of spam messages, email is a really safe and secure way to keep in touch. Thank you for listening. This video is part of the Make It Click support program delivered by Boost. To find out more or boost your digital skills, visit makeitclick.learnmyway.com. Boost is an employment money advice and wellbeing project helping residents of the London Borough of Barnet. You can discover more workshops or get help and advice from us by calling 0208 359 2442 or email us at boost@barnet.gov.uk or go to our website at www.boostbarnet.org.